Heaven's California.
Hey guys, I'm back with more suggestion videos. This one I'm going to be doing is a suggestion by Aaden Turnbull. Yeah. Hey Damian, could you react to SagaTheYoungin, please? Could you watch the We Ruined Poetry Day one that he animated recently? It's really funny. Okay. So that's about 9 minutes long, I see. And I'm also going to give a shout out to someone that asked to be shouted out before, so I'm also going to put your thing right here. Your mom. So yeah, subscribe to him, check out his channel. I haven't checked it out myself, so I don't know what he has, but he wants a shout out. He asked nicely, so I'll give you a shout out, you know? Like, that's all you gotta do for a shout out, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all you gotta do. Like, if you just demand it, then I'm gonna say no, but if you ask nicely, then yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, there's the video, there's the shout out, and there's the person that recommended this video. So, We Ruined Poetry Day, it's called. Again, it's 9 minutes long. Apparently it's funny, I think he said, so let's see. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? I have a real quick announcement before the video starts. So, a lot of you guys have been asking for a while now to make merch of the hoodie that my character wears, and I was finally able to get one together, but it's only going to be here for the next 10 days, and there is a limited quantity available. The quality on these is really good. This isn't like regular YouTuber merch quality. These are super durable and really soft, and they're really comfortable to wear as well. So I'll make sure to put the first link in the description. And just by you guys watching my videos is honestly more than I could even ask for. But if you wanted to do something extra to help support the channel, then this is a really great way to do so. But yeah, they're only going to be available for the next 10 days, and there's going to be a limited amount available. And once they're gone, they're not going to restock or anything like that. And if you end up getting one, make sure to message me or DM me or tag me on Instagram, so that way I can personally thank you for the support. And yeah, let's get into the video. So a couple of years ago in my senior year English class, the teacher tells us one day that she has this new idea that we're going to try, where we're supposed to find a poem and everyone has to present it to the class and explain the meaning. I immediately do not like this idea. Like, we gotta give a whole presentation in front of the entire class.
I hate presentations. I cannot do presentations.
Come on, nobody wants to do that. And then you gotta actually be prepared for it so you don't look like a clown in front of everyone trying to make up something on the spot. But it's not like she was really giving us an option. So the first week of this rolls around, and by the time I was walking into class, I was not prepared at all. I had yet to even come up with a poem. So she starts calling up people to present in the order that the desks are arranged. And I'm sitting right there in the front, but I got no poem. So I'm kind of stressing out, scrolling through Google search results of good poems to analyze, trying to find at least something. And my friend starts stressing out too. He's like, bro, I don't even have a poem. Should I just take a 0 on the assignment? I'm like, nah, you can't let your grade tank like that. Just look something up on your phone real quick, and when you have to explain the meaning, just try to come up with something on the fly. And he's like, honestly,
that's
I don't
stressful.
even care. And he seemed more relaxed, not as stressed anymore. And I see him pull out his phone and open up the Genius app. I'm like, how are you going to find a poem on the Genius app? And he's like, just wait, this is about to be better than any poem. So he walks up to the front of the class, and on the day
if you're reading this, subscribe.
A thoughtful poem with a deep meaning about life, this man just starts reading off the lyrics to Man's Not Hot by Big Shaq, and with the straightest face you've ever seen. Obviously, the teacher is expecting to hear some actually deep, meaningful piece of literature that's going to stimulate our brains. I mean, no disrespect to Big Shaq, although everyone knows Shakespeare puts the lit into literature, Man's Not Hot was still a beautiful piece of literature in its own way. William Shakespeare better make way for William Shakespeare over here. But this dude gets up there and goes, yeah, my poem today is Man's Not Hot by Big Shaq. The teacher's sitting in the back of the room looking at him, waiting for him to start. And so he just starts reading the whole thing, word for word.
Oh my god. So the lyrics of the song.
Big Shaq, the one and only, Man's Not Hot, never hot, skrrra, skitty cat cat boom. Like with sound effects and everything.
The fuck?
So I'm trying to keep
the teacher's probably like, what?
And at this point,
she's
the
like,
teacher
what?
is sitting in the back of the class trying to understand what's going on. Probably trying to remember, like, Big Shaq. You know, there was Shel Silverstein, Edgar Allan Poe, but I don't remember no Big Shaq in the mix of people considered greatest poets of all time. So he's up there, he keeps going. 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3. Quick maths. Everyday man's on the block, smoke trees. And I turned to look at her where she was sitting in the back of the class, and the look of pure confusion on her face, just trying to figure out what was going on. It was almost funnier than the reading of the poem in the first place. And she just kept looking more and more confused as he kept reading. There were some points in the song, like when he stood up there and read off, "Hold tight, my man, he's got the frisbee. I trap, trap, trap on the phone, moving that cornflakes, Rice Krispies." I'm like, okay, there's no way she's still letting him read this. And she definitely didn't recognize what the song was, which was surprising because she was barely older than us. We were like 17, 18. She was only like 23. I mean, it's not like she was one of those older teachers that could barely operate technology. Like, I remember I once had a teacher that typed a Google search into a Word document and then wondered why it wouldn't search when he pressed enter. But anyways, I was surprised that she wasn't at least aware of the song. I mean, she probably would have stopped him if she was, but instead she just let him read through the entire thing. Man's really just stood up there with a straight face and said, "Yeah, today I've picked a really deep poem to analyze," followed by, "Yo, Big Shaq, 2 minutes ago the person before him is reading some deep poem talking about, yes, in this classic poem written in 1843, the author uses the waves of the ocean as a metaphor to demonstrate that life sits atop the building blocks of time." I know that made no sense, but you know what I'm trying to say. They're explaining like the most complex triple metaphor you've ever heard in your life. We went from that to the tingles. So he finishes reading through the entire thing, and he's like, "Yeah, so this poem has a very profound meaning. When Big Shaq said, 'Man's not hot,' the deeper meaning of this is that under no circumstances will he take off his jacket. The reason being because man never gets hot. Like, duh." And people are trying to explain to her that this is not, in fact, some intellectual piece of literature from 100 years ago, and is basically just a meme song. But she was one of those types of teachers. She was chill, and she just kind of let the whole thing slide. But you could tell she was a little, not annoyed, but maybe just dissatisfied that her poetry day did not go fully as she envisioned because of this dude causing a disruption like that. And then at the end of that class, she mentioned something about in the future, nobody is allowed to pick this one particular poem. I guess it was some really common poem that the same 4 people had picked on that day.
Wow.
And I didn't even realize 4 people did the same poem. To be honest, I wasn't fully paying attention. I was tired from the night before. I mean, it's not like listening to poetry was helping to keep me fully alert. So I wasn't even sure what poem she was talking about, and I didn't really think much of it when she mentioned it. I just kind of disregarded it. Fast forward to the next week, she says we're going to try the poem thing again, but this time she made a new rule where you have to have your poem printed out before class, so you couldn't just Google something last minute, probably to prevent another situation like this from happening again. I guess she was trying to, you know, get people to actually prepare for her assignment. So again, people are reading their poems off, and this one kid gets up to the front and starts reading this one poem called Fire and Ice. And apparently, that was the poem that like 4 people chose the week before. But here this kid is now presenting none other than Fire and Ice again. And I don't know if he didn't pay attention or just forgot or what, but at this point she was getting pretty annoyed, and she's like, "Really? I told you guys, out of 40 million poems ever written in the history of forever, the single poem that you couldn't do is Fire and Ice." And she goes on, she's like, "Yeah, everybody in every class, every year, always chooses Fire and Ice because it's the shortest, easiest, most basic poem that requires no effort, and that's why I banned it." And I'm looking at this dude like, come on, bro, you had one job, but nah, you had to go off and print the one singular poem that she banned. And then I looked down at my desk at my poem that I had printed out earlier in that day, and I don't know how I didn't notice this earlier, but I looked down,
it was Fire and
it's literally Fire and Ice.
Oh my god.
I realized, I'm like, oh, no, like, I just printed it out that morning in such a rush, I didn't even really remember or notice until like right then. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. I can't just look up another one on my phone because she said it had to be on a paper, and then she calls me up to go read off my poem. So I'm walking up there, I'm like, do I tell her now? Do I just start reading?
Oh god, this is gonna be funny. The teacher's gonna be so triggered.
And I'm like, so, my poem is actually a relatively common poem. You might have actually heard of it before. Again,
like three seconds ago.
Poem. It's still a great one to analyze. You know, a lot of great stuff in there. Called Fire and Ice. Not gonna lie, I got like 2 words into the
She's
first
triggered.
One, and she's like, just go sit down. Don't even bother to keep going. And the worst part was, there was a 3rd person after me that had the same Fire and Ice poem.
God.
So I think she was one more Fire and Ice poem away from, I don't even know what she would have done. But you might be thinking, like, how is everyone coming up with this one same poem?
Oh my god, she's so triggered.
Basically, all that everyone does is just go to Google and type in something super generic like good poems to analyze, click on the first link they see, and boom, short and simple, Fire and Ice right there. 10 out of 10 effort. and then everyone just ends up using that one. In fact, I literally saw this exact picture that was on my paper also printed on the other two people's papers, and this was probably what the 4 people from the previous week used as well. And that was the end of Poetry Day right there. She must have just thought, you know what, it's not even worth it to deal with this, and just got rid of the whole thing altogether.
Wow. Yeah, that actually was pretty funny. I didn't expect that to be like that funny. Like, it wasn't hilarious, but I mean, it was funny. So thank you for your suggestion. If you have any other suggestions, of course, let me know. I don't really have much to say to that, but like, I've never had to do like poems or anything like that. Like, I've had stuff where you had to do like, this is not really relating to poems at all, but like a book talk. I don't know if you know what that is. It's called a book talk. You have to like get a book, read it, talk about it. Book talk. You go in front of the class and read the summary about it, I guess. And I hated those so much because you had to present in front of the class, and I always get so anxious. Again, you guys already know my anxiety, so yes, I'm really bad at presenting, so no. By the way, Aaden, if you're still watching, I really like your name. I know it's random, but I know it's really random, but I do like your name. I've always liked the name Aaden, so good job to your parents. But yeah, like, that's pretty funny, especially because 4 people chose it in one day. The next week, okay, this poem's off limits, and then 3 people do it. It's like, really? Like, the teacher's probably so triggered. Like, you just saw her, she's like, oh, that was funny. That was hilarious. Even though I just said it wasn't hilarious, but you know what I mean. Okay. So yeah, if you have any other suggestions, let me know. That was actually pretty funny, so I might actually subscribe, but I have no Wi-Fi right now, of course, so what else is new? Let me try connecting. I don't know if it'll work, but okay, it's working, it looks like. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and once again, tell me more things you want to do, and if I get a lot of comments starting to pop up, kind of like, do like react to this, and it may take me a bit longer because I'll have more of a load on me, like more of, especially if I get more subscribers, which I'm not complaining on, obviously. Like, I'm the one who said give me suggestions, so of course I'll react to them. Just give me, maybe if you say to do it like the same day, maybe I'm not gonna do it the same day, maybe I'll do it the next day, the day after, I don't know. But for the next month or so, I should be off fully from work and stuff still, so I'm basically just at home. This is my basically only job right now, so yeah. I mean, I do other stuff too that keeps me busy, but nothing like YouTube related or anything like that. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And once again, thanks for your suggestion. Peace out.